Hello everybody. So I'm continuing my live stream from yesterday. Since yesterday I did not really complete stuff I hoped to complete, so I thought I might just continue and try to do as much as possible in the new session. So let's start. You can first, if you didn't watch my previous session where I have started working on my app, and I will just go through it and continue where I left off. Alright, so here I am here on this screen where I was below working on my onboarding with Claude Code, and above with the Codex I was modifying the app to support macOS target and iOS 18 deployment target. And there is feedback I have when running on macOS. I've observed an issue, so I will describe it to Codex. When I was running the app on the macOS, I have seen a crash related to missing environment variable in SwiftUI. I think the macOS behaves in a way that in sheets, etc., you have to re-inject the environment objects, even though in iOS you don't, and it still finds them somehow, but on macOS it seems like SwiftUI cannot find them, so double check that, and probably you might see occurrences of this pattern in the commit you inspected in my below app as well. Try to investigate this problem and eventually add environment objects whenever needed on the places where we open separate sheets or otherwise open views outside of the given navigation stack, etc. Okay, so here we will handle macOS support. Otherwise, on iOS 18, the app looked like pretty nice and working. And here we worked on the onboarding, and there is a couple of staff issues. And I want to react on these issues. So the AI prompt, I want to modify this, and I say I don't want the answers from onboarding being somehow transferred to the existing moods and topics and audience inside the game config. I want to actually place them pretty much unchanged as an additional information. But you can derive, probably you can derive the audience, etc. That's good. Moods and topics we already select. Audience you can derive, but put additional data into it when we run the prompt from the onboarding. So you might add like optional variable to the config for that and put there all the information like what are users most crucial problems or size of the group or whatever we ask in onboarding, and can be useful to generate more accurate question. AI prompt, one thing. Paywall buttons, yeah. So there is like title in onboarding. There was title, you are all set, the paywall, but I don't want it, so I just want to remove it. And what do we keep there? So we'll use the other ones we have for displaying in other situations. Okay. So there is stuff related to my environment injection, central helper, extra abstraction, remove. Okay, so I just want to use target reinjection. No. Okay. Only for my app, not for below. This is my other app in development, but don't want to change it yet. I don't remember. Okay. Unfortunately not. Which option do you have? A, B, C, A. So, good. Here we changing onboarding, and here we updated the UI on the game setup view. And it's like pretty much, I think, completed. I guess. So we'll not touch that yet. And here we are adding support for OpenRouter. The Codex implemented and double checked it, and Claude Code did a review, and there are a couple of review points. And I want to place this one to the Codex. So here is a feedback for the code changes. Investigate the feedback and think about it if it is valid or not. Implement the things which need improvements, or explain why the implementation is correct over the feedback point. Keep it simple and well organized. Do not over engineer or do big refactorings. Feedback. And Claude Code tell me interesting stuff that we like hard code the API key for the OpenRouter in depth, and it's like security issue. So how best can we solve the security issue of hard coding the OpenRouter API key? What is the standard way to handle this? let's check this. I forgot to paste the feedback. Okay, yeah, so once again, and by the way, I think yesterday I forgot to show the flowchart which was created for my onboarding structure. Anyway, it's not like super important, but it looks kind of like this. Welcome screen. It brought me some, like, based on the answer here, we saw different screen here. And it's like situation, empathy for the user, personalization. There is like questions of who are you playing with, size of the group, age, frequency of plays, etc. And we pre-populate the AI prompt to ask for the question with based on the answers, moods, funny, wholesome topics for partner, coworkers, mood, chill, thoughtful. Okay, why not? Making comments, generating question, and paywall. Right, so yeah, just cool. And there is our website actually. I will get to it later. Now I'm back to my onboarding here, and I'm checking. Okay, boarding context, fixed paywall button, first launches. AI prom will now include user context, situation. Alright. Mm. Um, Add it also to the second prompt builder. I think it's named something like pipeline prompt builder or something. 3. Just remove the first launch entirely. Use only one version of the button titles for everywhere. Alright. It did add like 2 environments in 2 places. It's simple up, so I guess this might be good. And try. Can you try to run macOS app? I think cannot run really macOS app and click on it. I will need another. I have like Xcode build MCP or XCLI, which can run and click on the iOS apps, but I guess not working on macOS app. I will have to install some other stuff for it. So I will have to not bother with this right now. So, but right now I will clean the session here. I'm kind of done for now with supporting macOS and iOS 18. And anyway, 20% of context left, so let's clean it. Clear it. Whatever, let's quit it. already because I have some new MCPs installed, a new version of Codex installed in the meantime, and so I have a new session of Codex here. Double check uncommitted changes in repository regarding the onboarding. Is it all good and well organized? Would you suggest to improve something regarding organizing the screens, passing data between them, etc.? Let's do the review here. And here I will start a new session as well. And what I want to do is we have analytics with post hoc, and there is some wrapper for analytics events. I want this wrapper to print messages to the debug console in the Xcode so I can see output which analytics event is being tracked, what are the arguments, etc. Add this logging so everywhere I can see what is being tracked. And double check we are properly tracking these analytics for onboarding. I want to track all screens separately with additional parameters if needed. Oh, and I will also I will close it. I wanted to actually also quit it because I need new session to have a new version of Xcode build MCP, because a couple of days ago Cameron Cook released new version beta 2 which can read, which has CLI support. I didn't yet bother using it, but I prefer CLI over MCP because it doesn't pollute the context that much. But anyway, what important feature is that it can actually read debug outputs from the Xcode. So I can close the loop using this, that it can run the app, click somewhere, read the debug outputs and inspect if what happened inside the app, if it was correct or not. So, and I will exactly do this right now. I will just set up here to always run onboarding. I will reset my persistence data so my onboarding is run every time we open the app. And I will say after that use Xcode build MCP and run the app, click through the onboarding, inspect debug output of the Xcode, and after you go through all of the onboarding, double check that the debug outputs of AP analytics events are correlating to where you have clicked on the onboarding. I hope it's understandable. Okay, so here we are analyzing. There's this change. That seems fine. For now, and here we go. Here is implementation of the feedback generation thread through the valid switch single environment value. test run. And there is suggestion how can I fix my API key. Server relay, yeah. I don't want to have another server. No. A proxy. Yeah. Yes, I can use their proxy, but I will have to pay for it and use another proxy. I will do it later. And environment variable. Still in the binary. Yeah. So and I see like someone is opening the app and clicking through the onboarding. Hopefully. So yeah, I don't know, like if I can really put it out of the binary. Okay, I need to allow something here. So the terminal can control. Hopefully it will work to touch the simulator. Yeah, I think I will need to dig deeper into this more, and I will just not, I will just keep it in the source codes right now and solve this issue later. Since it's my private Git repository, it's not like super important to fix this immediately. So okay. Well, we did some reviews, rounds of reviews with Codex and Claude Code, so then I will review it myself. And let's check how the onboarding thing works. And yeah, it is clicking through the iOS simulator using Xcode build MCP, and hopefully capturing logs. Yeah. And good. And there is some findings for the onboarding from Codex. So let's check no critical heighting, low generic preview, mutate states after await. Low steps. Onboarding context. Oh, cool. Mm, so, but I need to wait. Yeah, I would just ask to implement some of the improvements, but since the Claude is running the app here, but the app is already running, so I don't know if like it would override it. Hmm. So, yes, implement the improvements and make it be deterministic. And if you can support Swift 6 strict concurrency easily, would be awesome. Double check the app builds after your changes, but do not run it in simulator. And yes, we definitely want to support adults, so if it's like 18 plus, it should be adult audience. Or I'm thinking, well, can be also family. Anyway, just put adult audience if it's like it's 18 plus. 18 plus. We are on frequency steps, so okay, so and actually I wanted, yeah, yesterday I've seen like interesting tweet from Adria Martinez about his onboarding, and actually it looks pretty nice. I'd like to kind of get inspired from it because I think the visually looks like very nice. So I want to kind of inspect this onboarding and get inspiration. What can we improve for our onboarding? So I think after Codex will finish it here, I will ask him. I have actually downloaded this image, so check out these onboarding screenshots from the other app. I really like how it visually feels and would like to get inspiration for our onboarding as well. Analyze the given screenshots, learn how the onboarding works there, and tell me what could be improved visually in our onboarding. Do not care yet about text or screen organization and stuff or all the information. I want to keep it as is now, but we could maybe improve it visually, putting more images or icons or something. For example, at the very first screen, it would be definitely nice to have some kind of illustration or imagery representing that people are having fun or great time together. So it is more emotional for the people, and that people are laughing, not bored, having fun, etc. You can even try just to immediately apply some changes. We have Nano Banana MCP, so you can try to create some suitable image illustration for the very first screen to have the feeling I have just described. I don't think that some kind of mascot, like in the given reference screenshots, would be suitable for our type of the app, but think of something suitable and try to just generate something if you know what. And you can feel free to add some subtle icons or other illustrations on other screens where it feels appropriate. Okay, I'm just preparing this prompt for the future, and here we have finished the onboarding verification. So in the analytics, we have added analytics printing message and reactivate view events verified. So all events correlate. So list me exact print outputs for the analytics events you have seen during the onboarding, how it went one after each other. So I'm curious. Okay, so improved onboarding, and now let's kick in the UI improvement prompt. And this is what happened in my onboarding. Onboarding welcome viewed, properties none, onboarding welcome continued, onboarding situation viewed, onboarding situation selected, properties party continued, onboarding empathy viewed, play with selected, play with friends, group size viewed, group size selected, solo. I think this is like button and this is screen. So screen. Oh, onboarding free trial. So hey, I think we have like separate screen tracking and event tracking, and for the screens I really need to be the screen, like in the given output is for game setup or onboarding free trial, but all those screens before seem to be captured by event, not by screen. Double check it. How was the current onboarding, current analytics in the rest of the apps? And fix it to track the screens correctly with the correct analytics event. Okay, so looks like analytics was not correct here. Visual strong here illustration. Model availability. Okay, so I've installed Nano Banana, but maybe it's not really working yet. So anyway, it's just added. Capture screen. Yeah, so it's fixing analytics events. I will just run it right now myself. Okay, it's working on it. So but I can just run it in the simulator. Hopefully it will run. Okay. How does it look? And yeah, I feel like it would be nicer to have something more, like some kind of icons for these rows as well, because it feels like bored too much, you know. But there are some stuff, usually some kind of icons here, up. So let's try it. What brought you here? This is fine. And yeah, let's try then just to use some suitable icons with SF symbols for the answers of the questionnaire or other places where it is suitable, so it's more visually engaging. And also I'd like to improve the top progress bar. It's kind of strange that there are differently sized pieces of it. Some are bigger, some are smaller. The steps should definitely be same size. And the gradient should be not per each step, but globally for all steps. So the blue will be on the right and the red will be, blue will be on the left and red will be on the right. I think we can even use like continuous progress bar instead of individual small steps. Or, let's try to use individual small pieces of the progress, but gradient should be only single for all pieces together. Okay, so it refactored. It compacted conversation. Oh, okay, so it takes probably lots of context. And what does it do now? Does it run the onboarding again? Yeah, it runs the onboarding again, and probably it will double check that it correctly updated the analytics events. Cool, and here I will just do code review here myself. Let's see what have changed here. Upload view, generation availability, some environment, generation availability. Curious what it is. Composition, AI availability, composition, compose, and recompose it. Force open router, if open, let open router we use question composition with OpenRouter, AI available, foundation, OpenRouter question service. If it exists, and it usually exists, so how does the composition of the prompt generator work? Do we prefer foundation models if available, and only if not we use OpenRouter? Yes. Here, is it in the compose method? Really? Compose. So, and why is there on line 36? Yeah, okay, but it first have to satisfy this check, of course, obviously, so it's not okay. So if it's force override in debug, we use this. If the availability for foundation model is available, we use foundation models with legacy question builder. And here pipeline question prompt builder, cool, and if let open offline question service. Okay. That brings me to some check. When do we actually use offline fallback questions? Do we somehow recognize that user is offline, or when exactly we put the offline one? Because if user is offline, can we still have the open router or foundation models be available? Yeah, that's problem. Like, yeah, offline usage is kind of tricky problem. User might be offline only very temporarily, etc. Or maybe handle offline mode somehow. Somehow differently, because user might be offline on fully like 1 minute, then go online, or can be online and then suddenly go offline. So it's like tricky problem to solve. We'll need to probably solve it later with more thinking. And we'll need to have time to think about really how to properly solve it. Reachability check, yeah. Anyway, let's leave it for later. So game config, What has changed in the game config? Setup mode presets custom. Codable. Wow, really? Foundation model question service. We remove some stuff. Topic parser. Offline question service. Alright. Yeah. Not super, but it's okay. That's what I've commented myself. Open router configuration. So I'm forcing it in debug. Right now, questions service. Question generator servicing. Reset session, generate session. And that's actually interesting. So okay, so I will put it actually to this space. And for open router, do we create new context window for each new question, or do we share same context window and session for all questions for all the game? Because for Apple's foundation framework, foundation models, we had to like create new session for each question, but because the context window is so super small that it was like able to generate like 5 questions and then we were out of the context window. But I don't know, for the open router and other LLMs there should be like much more bigger context windows. Only current system instruction. History. Fresh context. And what would it take to share the context and do not well, I'm thinking like if is it good to have like same search shared session or not? I don't know. Maybe I can have it like this and have like fresh new context window for each question. Yeah, I mean I will probably use it like this and see if there are any issues with it. So it could be like premature optimization right now, and I don't know if it would make it like better or worse. Anyway, so but let's review it. So far, it doesn't look super bad. Can import AI proxy. Wow, why wouldn't it? Uh, why do we use this? Why no? Think we support iOS 18 plus, iOS 26, and macOS 15 plus and macOS 26. Is this supported on all of these platforms? I can look probably myself. Package, yes, 13, yes. Okay, so I know I was faster than LLM. So I think we can just simply remove this guard because it is supported on all platforms we target, right? So just let's make the code simpler. Guard. Cool, so where did I left? Generate prompts. Messages system and user prompt, yeah. JSON objects. Alright. Its payload is our JSON output. Code response content. JSON extractor. Okay, we might later on try to fix these. Static method, because it is actor. Is it actor? Yes. And these are like main actor, logger. Yeah, I mean, probably I'm using the Xcode default preset that everything is main actor by default. I will need to revisit these warnings later. At the composer we looked on already, generational logger. Okay, more generalized, cool. Next, random topic parser. Okay, I think we have moved it from somewhere here, or I don't know. Here, it was here, foundation model, question service, and now it's separated in separate file. That's good. Deleted. Okay. Game setup flow, and this is actually our UI change of the segmented control we worked here on. Game setup view deleted. Is it delete? No, this is edit, generation availability, show custom mode. Yeah, we cannot do it a separate screen anymore. Deleting AI availability is available. Yeah, and there's scroll view. For some reason it did not use page or tab view with page, but it used scroll view. No, it's scroll view already, like header. Oh, it was in scroll views. Woods. No, it is deleting it. And added inner scroll view, which a stack with presets, content and custom content, scroll behavior paging. I mean, it was telling me something with the view complexity concern, so I guess I will just trust Codex. In this, this is kind of strange, but I see, like, I have some model. Uh, the config model, which is strangely written like in this way. It's observable model. I think it could have maybe, or it's like write only, maybe, or I don't know. It's writing into the persistence config. And yeah, I think I get it now. It asks for config setup mode, and then there is special method to edit the config setup mode. Oh, okay, I will leave it like this right now. Okay, some forgotten commented out code. So I think it looks, and the custom mode section, it's what we had before. So I think it looks kind of good to me. And there is the unit tests when starting preset game, then setup mode in presets. Cool. I did some testing when set the setup mode. Okay, let's try to run unit tests. Actually, when setup mode presets, then preset selection remain intact. Oh, right. Cool. When decoding legacy config without setup mode. Oh, there was some config legacy version, maybe mapping for the new config. Right. And tests are failing. Okay. What happened here? Session below threshold and does not prompt. Yeah. I see some tests are failing. Run all the unit tests and inspect what's going wrong and fix it. And what were the failing tests for? It can question generator and generator. Okay, so it's related to question generation. I don't know why it's not being displayed here, but yeah, Xcode. But I think I would commit the UI change here. Maybe I will run it just to see if I can inject the custom prompt so it works properly. Yeah, onboarding. Okay. Too late. Running unit tests. Yeah, so it's a bit inconvenient that multiple processes are trying to run the same simulator and killing each other their own session. I'll try to run it again. Now I have like too many simulators running right now. Hopefully, yeah, and that's it, yeah. Sometimes Xcode or simulator gets confused and cannot run the app. So, yeah, it happens during iOS development, like if you do parallel work too much. Right now it works. Let's try to put custom. And something funny, save time by spending more, save spell change daily. And custom prompt was being sent. I don't know what is this about, and now again killed my app. But looks like custom prompt is working. So so I will just commit C. Now I want to somehow commit separately the UI changes. But I don't know which one was working more on it. It will flow. Oh, it was actually also. See again, uncommitted changes. I want to separate only the files that and changes that are related to UI changes in game setup view for switching into the segmented control. Identify these changes and stash them for commit. Right, let's commit something so we are not super messy. And how about actually our onboarding view? Summary. Onboarding header icon. Progress bar reworked wrapped. What? What? I don't know. I might run it here as well. But what was the result from Claude Code? Check screens. So did you run the app and check analytics events again? Can you output me the list of the events happening during the onboarding? No. Okay, so it will be clicking through onboarding again in yet another simulator. I don't know which one. Something starting here. Yeah, cool. I don't know what's stash pop. Um, uh, Actually, I did not want to stash, but add for the commit, not stash. Oh my god. So, but anyway, I think No. No, sorry. No, I will just. Okay. Actually, what is like a static func? Okay, non-insulated is not really good, but it's for loggers, so it's probably okay. Logger. Hmm. Hmm. Actually, I was wrong. I didn't want to stash them, but add them for being committed, but only add the given files or parts of the files you actually stashed. I hope I don't lose all the changes right now. And do we see the onboarding somewhere here? Is it running some simulator somewhere? How many simulators do we have? Not so many. Yeah. Staged is not stashed, but staged, alright. Yeah, and I have special command. I want onboarding to see it. Done clicking through onboarding. Alright. Did it go through all of the onboarding? I'm confused with so many simulators randomly appearing somewhere. Okay, and there is commit message. And I will just commit it. Cool. Alright. Perfect. We have one thing we have completed. Okay, anyway, check you later. And so in this actually session we are free right now. There is still working on fixing unit tests, and then we will be soon able to commit the change for the LLMs as well. And here we have onboarding things. I don't know, it's like can work autonomously but takes super long time. Kill any running simulators. Okay, it's having troubles actually, so I will stop it. Too many simulators, I know. Let's check my catalyst actually. And I will need also rebase. Oh. Okay. Good. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is good illustration, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Great conversation. Start with good question. Yeah, I will tweak the visuals later. What brought you here? Looking for a party game. Install party game. No setup, no rules. Everyone picks. Everyone debates. Size and vibe. We play with kids. I was hoping to have here some icons. No, anyway, I will probably go through each screen individually and tell for each screen what to change, and I will adjust it later. But now the progress bar is better, I think. Usual age range, age. So, okay. How often do you play? Monthly. Great question. Here could be nice to have some images or icons here. Definitely. On the screen titled What Makes a Great Question, put some suitable icons into each possible option to select, so it's more visually engaging. What did they use? They use custom icons, right? Yeah. Or no, it's emojis. It's like emojis. Oh, so cool. Yeah. I mean, it's better than SF symbols, I guess. Use some suitable emoji for each of the answer. Yeah, let's try to tweak one screen and later we'll go one by one. But anyway, split the room debates. Let's generate something deep, funny, wholesome, random, travel, food. It could be centered to the middle. Create a family recipe or get a new kid's favorite snack. I don't know. Anyway. '90s nostalgia. Want even more control? Describe any scenario. And cool. Okay. There is emojis, labs, debates. Okay. And on the screen, want even more control? it is not really obvious that the first bubble is custom prompt and the second bubble is generated answer. Try to make it more visual. You can probably again use some icon for message bubble or something for the custom prompt, and for the answer please put the blue and red rectangles for each of these two options, but lay it out horizontally since they seem kind of short, so maybe I think can be laid out horizontally. It should fit into the two lines, each rounded rectangle for half of the screen. And maybe actually do not use rectangle with background, but only blue and red border with rounded corners around each option, so it should not feel like user should be choosing something. It should feel only like it is exhibiting possible outputs. Try to think of something, some better way how to present this. Okay, so let's improve one more stuff, but anyway. Party game ready, zero setup. We are free. And here I get some inspiration for this screen. Here they have it here. Again, this is like too simple. And they have even more extra screen here, ensuring user that he gets reminder before he will need to pay. Or there was another screen for this. Here, what I've seen on the dribble also looks kind of nice. So what to choose? Yeah, I think I will redo it later, really screen by screen. So, but we should use some image here and maybe something more here. But start free trial. Okay, I mean, good for now. Try premium free, save, and keep the fun. Yeah, does it work? Can I pay? Subscribe. Awesome. Yes. But now, let's go. Let's play some game. It's still all design here. Different branch. But I wanted to show. Okay, this works here. What about sharing? It will crash. The sharing on macOS is different as well. I'm afraid to hit it. I wanted to display some kind of popover prompt, but there is nothing. But anyway, so let's try to share. But I'll fix it later, I think. Share. Oh, can we share it? copy. What did we copy actually? Copy, and what? Can we paste it somewhere? Ah, wow, cool. You can paste it. Awesome, sharing works? Ah, I didn't expect it. I had troubles with it in my other app. So macOS app kind of work? That's awesome, actually. Done. All right. So yeah. So let's commit. Mm, I will stop here. Okay, I want it only clean, but anyway. So in the current uncommitted changes, there is modifications for the app to support iOS 18 and macOS Catalyst. Go through all of these changes and add them to be staged for Git commit. Pair it or find it correctly because there are other changes related to new onboarding flow, but I don't want to commit these yet. Only changes related to supported other iOS platform and macOS. So let's commit separately. My workflow is committing in myself, and usually I just generate commit message for all the changes, but right now I was working like on two different features in one repository, so I want to separate them in this way, but normally I work on single feature and in single work tree, so I just can commit all the changes made without this hassle of investigating what, when, where. But anyway, so I think the onboarding will be pretty fine as well. And I will right now run it on the iPhone again. Let's try iPad 18. Let's spawn another type of simulator. There's never enough of simulators. And change onboarding and change the events being logged to the console. And how is it going with? I think I will just minimize it because we are done here. How is it going here? Okay, so that was not isolated, mark prompt builder tests. Okay. Do a code review for current uncommitted files. Investigate the architecture and if it works properly, and if there's anything improved. So far, I intentionally keep OpenRouter API key in the code base like we have right now. I will solve this issue later and run all the unit tests to make sure they are passing. Let's do another round of code review, why not? 4 files. Commit message for only files staged to be committed. Support macOS 15. Web deployment. Okay. No onboarding talking, so it is hopefully correct. Let's commit these. It's edit project. Model availability. Really? Foundation models question service. Alright. Yeah, and all of this stuff is probably for onboarding. Huge change. Alright, commit. Cool, and we have onboarding only here. Clear. And yeah. And let's see output. Analytics screen onboarding. I see like duplicated events. Group size. Properties. Screen group size and group size 5 selected. Oh, no. No. Oh, I need to change this. Alright. Let's fix this. Alright. Below are a couple of analytics events reported when I was walking through the onboarding. There are a couple of issues. First one is I see duplicated events for everything. Like I display a screen, but I see two events for the screen, two same events. Or I hit the button and I see two events for it. Is it that we track it two times, or is the debug output duplicating it only? And the second issue is like when I select some option in the survey, like for example, the last stuff I was selecting multiple values of the onboarding group size selected event. I don't want to track the progress what the user was selected. I only want to track final value. So I think we should track this not as the separate event, but as the properties of the button event for continuing from that screen, right? So in this case, it will be onboarding group size continued event. This event would include properties describing what user have selected. Do you understand this approach? If not, ask me for more clarification. If yes, revisit all the onboarding screens and all the events and apply this change I've described everywhere. So I only want to track final state of the selected answers on the button tab event. And actually I wanted to put it to Claude Code. And let's continue on the onboarding. Age somewhere, it should add the emojis. Here. Um, um, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it will be better. Maybe it needs more spacing there. Mm, so, for the emojis, we have just added to the what makes a great question screen. I think we should have more padding around the emoji. It is too close to the text. And I could probably find a view and yeah, I mean, I could probably find a view and just do it myself in like preview. And usually I kind of busy, so I run this command and go to next place, but sometimes it's faster to tweak it in the preview and in the source code and see the changes immediately than saying like 50 different tiny prompts here and there. But I continue. It's using spaces in the text. Alright. Uh, Alright. Yeah, let's continue. Good for now. Okay. Uh, um, your prompt, AI output. Um, mhm. uh, I mean, yes. I'll need to tweak this later, or I need to check. On iPad, I would definitely make more spacing, but on iPhone, it would not fit. Oh, problem solved. Uh, alright, alright, alright. It works. Yeah, will be, but in other branches. So, I mean, so, mm, just selected events. Yeah. Here's my plan. Fix duplicate. Fix duplicates. Keep only print. No, actually, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Print in debug. Yes, I can wrap it later to something more comprehensive than prints all over the code base. Properties, continued events, and yes, that's what I want, except a closure for the event, so properties can be computed. Container function tracking. Yes, yes, do it. And then I think I will commit the onboarding as well. And then I will try to rebase onto these changes. And there was another round of review. Critical. Ah, not isolated. I think he was adding it himself in previous session. Height. Oh yeah, I mean, in my agents.md file size, we do not want too many external dependencies, but sometimes we want them. Oh, Euro session. No. Oh, semantics available when operator is used. Splitting the differentiation availability or pass. The questions should. Yeah, actually. The onboarding I have actually totally rewritten differently, so okay, operator JSON parsing, I think I don't want to test it. So I believe this will be ready for committing as well. You know what? I will just do it. And the onboarding will be the last thing. What about unit tests? Did you run unit tests? Let's try to run them. Test succeeded. Alright. Coverage 13%, not much, but anyway, better than nothing. I didn't write any of the tests. I have no much idea what is being tested. Anyway, right. Whatever. So let's get commit message for currently changed files. Let's commit these as well. Co-authored by Claude Opus. Yes, thank you. But I will not put it into the commit message. Commit, we are clean now. Two commits over the main. And on the main, we are still digging into the onboarding. We are closed. I will see if I can rebase it. What's the branch? Current branch rebase onto the main. Successfully, good. So I have this of mine changes, and there's macOS Catalyst support. Cool. So we are we are having all the changes here in the second work tree, and I go to the first work tree where is the onboarding stuff. And I would like to now merge so let's try to merge. Log at open router, design game, and so we have all the changes here as well. There's like one thing I wanted here, and I want to delete. Xcode is keeping the change, I guess. Hey Xcode, let's close them. Let's close it as well. Worked on iPad iOS 18. Okay, git stash pop, and both modified. All right. So what do we have here? We need to merge conflicts, update. And I don't remember. Okay, I don't remember. Let's see, game config. So we want to put changes up in updated upstream. No. Yes. Or onboarding context or set a mode. Both. We want to use both, of course. Actually, we want to use both these changes. Okay, cool. Are not cool. Okay, so yeah, let's open it in the whole file. Selected models. Alright, game config, onboarding context. It's like difficult to merge it. So I will ask AI. I was stashing changes, pull in another commits from my other work tree, and then unstashing the changes for the onboarding, but there are merge conflicts, and I am currently in the middle of the applying the stash. Investigate the current conflicting files and apply and resolve the merge conflicts correctly. Investigate the last 3 commits in the current branch, and the stash I wanted to apply containing the onboarding functionality and yeah, resolve the conflicts. Then double check everything builds and all unit tests are passing. Okay, so I will keep it running here. And actually I wanted to just a little bit improve my web page. Uh, mm, let's give it a last shot. I wanted to have different screenshots for this and more spacing. So, and app icon. So do the following adjustments to the web page. My app icon. Resize the icon yourself to give it proper sizing. 2. On the top part, use given 2 screenshots and give them rounded corner. In Figma it worked when I gave it 130 radius, and also give it border some kind of 70% white, maybe like 6 pixel wide. And wide, and the screenshots are these website screenshots. This one, yeah, whatever. This one and this one. Yes. 3. In general, use more spacing everywhere, especially before the paragraphs, between the paragraphs and text blocks. Just give it more spacing, more breathe. For section in the boxes instead of numbers, put there some icon, SF symbol with proper size that matches the text in the box. And here there's couples, friends, families. Let's I like this style. So for boxes, couples, friends, families, travel groups, use the style as given example. Do not make these another boxes. It's too many boxes on the screen already. And let's screenshot it from there. Now that might be a couple of improvements. And where did we left off here? Build unit tests. So king config onboarding context. Right. What was the other file? I don't remember. Uproot view. Cool. And so I will do final round of going through the onboarding. Run the app in the simulator. Go through the onboarding. Click through all of the screens and capture Xcode debug outputs and analyze the reported analytics events. Double check that they are correct to what you clicked in the UI, and then report me list of the analytics events with their names, type, parameters, etc. Use Xcode build MCP to do this. I don't know if I have to explicitly say to use Xcode build MCP. Maybe it could do it themselves, but it's like faster. So we are, and actually, localization. I want to make my app localized to the different languages. Go through all of the code base, inspect how do we use strings, where do we use localized string key correctly, and if there are adjustments to be made for the localization made possible, do them everywhere. And here, go through all of the strings in our app and prepare for localization into the German. Just analyze it everywhere and put together, I don't know, put it to some separate text files, all the text which need to be localized, and create a German translations. Do not do any code changes yet. I will modify code to be localizable even in places where it is not now yet. Just prepare the translation so I can use them later. Right, so it will take some time for both of them, and I think like we are successfully running simulator here. Are we? No, it is definitely ready. You did it in previous session using Xcode build MCP. You can click through it and capture lock. Or if you don't know how to do it, use XCLI. It can do it as well. Use XCLI. Anyway, I don't want to click through it myself, or I could, but I want the agent to be autonomous. I will see the web page. Maybe open the web page. How does it look right now? Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay. Mm, all right. Okay. What the hell is this icon? How did it resize? No, no way. Alright, alright. Okay. Okay, the screenshots at top, like it's way too much rounded corners, so use like 25 pixels and use 3 pixels border. And keep even more spacings and paddings between text blocks and elements of the screen. We have like lots of space available. Put there space everywhere, more space. So, what about lazy Claude Code? Is it clicking somewhere? X, I think using X or not, I don't know. Clicking, picking some stuff. Would be nice if it would choose. Yeah, it's chosen some stuff. It's awesome. And what about localizations? I think I will put this screen at the end. So, questions, options, localization. Why only localization? Things. For localization. No, yeah, for localization, you want AI prompts. Okay. Option A. There I had something noted for that. Localization. Mm-hmm. Style 1. Style 1. Key style 1. I think it deleted some of the output here. There was more text here, but yeah, I think Codex sometimes kind of loses part of the text. Languages. At German language, and I had more info here. Most popular first. Oh, no. But do not what yet. Just prepare. Is really what I want to do for this to air. This library, yeah, I think air is more used, at least on the App Store. And yeah, App Store metadata, cool. These localized metadata. Okay. I don't have like different keywords anyway, so maybe it's like too eager to do some stuff. What? Yes. This one is good. This one is, yeah. We have to have different. But anyway, and what I was spacing, uh, still. Anyway, yeah. I think I will finish it from now. Let's check the onboarding. Is still working. It's work like from scratch starting or what? Anyway, yeah, I will stop it right now. I will double check the analytics events are correct. Obviously, even like agent could be theoretically able to capture Xcode outputs and verify his own work. It not always works so easily. Maybe I will end up having to verify it myself, but yeah, I will be ready to commit onboarding stuff, and here I'm preparing localizations, and I will be soon able to localize to the German. This is awesome. And my new web page will hopefully look better someday. I could make this bigger, so it'll need lots of tweaking. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Feel free to follow me on Twitter if you want to learn more about myself. I'm Jiří Urbasek, and yeah, if you enjoyed, let me know. If you think I could improve something, I'm definitely eager to get feedback. Thank you very much.